Dear people of St. Matthews, I welcome you to the September issue of the Messenger. This is a particularly full issue of the Messenger, and inside this you will also find an insert, Our Work Together. This new catalog is a comprehensive description of all of the ministries here at St. Matthews that we offer with regard to worship, education, service, care, koinonia, and governance, which is sort of the behind-the-scenes business of the church. Please take a moment to look at either this digital version that you're watching here or the one that you'll receive, the hard copy that you'll receive in the mail this week. I want to spend a minute on page 9, a description of launch week at St. Matthews. This kicks off September 10th and goes through September 19th. It's coming up, and it's a big week that returns us to a new year of ministry here at St. Matthews. September 10th, we will premiere the new phone and tablet app. You will receive an email and instructions on how to download that. It's very easy, and there's no charge for that. And it will allow you to connect to our directory and to receive notifications of events. And it allows us to send information to you without being so invasive in your email box. So I would encourage you to take a look at this app. On September 11th, we have a new publication. It's actually a digital publication called the Digital Digest. It will arrive in your email inbox every Saturday around 6, and it will include links for all of the live streams coming up that week at St. Matthews, or if there's perhaps a congregational Zoom meeting, or if there's a recorded digital event, like perhaps a WHAM that's been recorded before and it's set to premiere. That will also be included there. So you will have all of the links for that week. We can send this information to you without having to clog your inboxes with emails day after day after day. So please pay attention to the Digital Digest. September 12th is launch day. We have a launch breakfast at 9 a.m. at the Parish Hall. That will be sponsored by our education team. Youth Sunday is also traditionally that same day during our Unity worship service at 10 o'clock. Our Yams and King Street kids will have part in leading worship that day. It's also God's Work Our Hands Sunday when we join other congregations across the ELCA to mark service. Pastor Rebecca will be saying more about God's Work Our Hands in this edition of the Messenger. Also, 4 o'clock on that day, the Ludlam Fine Arts series returns at 4 o'clock in the nave. And Jason has put together an entire schedule of the whole year for the Ludlam series. Check that out as well. September 13th, that's a Monday, is the premiere of Grace Notes. It's a new podcast that Jason is leading. Jason will look at lectionary readings for the week and do a little brief discussion on that. So you can download that Mondays around noon. September 14th is the return of the Tuesday class in the Altman Room, and also, which is a traditional Bible study. And then we will return to in-person noon prayer in the nave. That will also be live streamed for all in the congregation to watch wherever you are and lift up those on our parish prayer list. That's also a service of Holy Communion as well. September 15th is the return of in-person WHAM. We will have a shrimp boil celebration hosted by Mount Pleasant Seafood at 6 p.m. Worship is at 6:30, and we will use a new setting 12 from this new publication. It's an addendum to our Cranberry book, Evangelical Lutheran Worship, the ELW. This book is called All Creation Sings. It's a beautiful new setting, and we'll start that at 6:30 on the 15th. Then at 7 o'clock is the ministry hour. The gallery choir returns. We have Yams, our youth ministry. Yams will be at 7 o'clock. I will teach catechism at 7 o'clock as well. Lutheran Campus Ministry meets during the 7 o'clock hour. We will also have games night. And later this fall, the Looking Forward team will provide the opportunity for a class discussion. So watch for that coming later this fall. September 16th is the return of Coffee Talk with Pastor Rebecca and me. That's a Zoom option. That's from 9 until 10. And our first book our book for the fall is Central Things by Gordon Lathrop. We'll talk about liturgy and worship and why we do the things we do in worship. Later that day, 7 to 8 o'clock that night, is our St. Matthew's book group. We will be discussing Where the Crawdads Sing. I encourage you to read that and be part of it. And if you've never been part of a book group or don't feel like you have a lot to add by talking, just come and participate by listening. It's a fun little group, and I encourage you to be part of that. September 17th, that's Friday, there's the return of King Street Kids. We will have a new digital premiere that morning. September 18th, we are hosting a young adult brewery tour. We'll meet at 1 o'clock at Tradesman Brewery. That's up on the Upper Neck at 1 o'clock. But please do call the church office to register to make sure that we have enough folks to make that trip. And then on September 19th, that's a Sunday morning, our Sunday morning classes begin for all ages. Watch for another video and explanation in this messenger where I say a few words about education. Come and be part of a new ministry year at St. Matthew's, described in this book as well. Be well.